So Baker is a little town out in the Mojave Desert, and it basically consists of a couple of gas stations, a few restaurants, and sand. So we are leaving civilization behind right now and make a legal stop. Totally legal. You never know if police is hiding somewhere. The Baker police. Okay, so they call it the Mojave National Preserve. Okay, here we come. It's an interesting place. It's kind of flat. I don't know the elevation, but I'm guessing it's 3,000, maybe 4,000 feet. And it can be really windy, and it can also be really cold in the winter time. But today is around 80. So I'm excited. It's really fun to be out here in the middle of nowhere and drive around. Once in a blue moon you see a car parked. People are doing, camping, or I don't really know what you do out here, because right here you just have a lot of low vegetation, sand, rocks, and I see some guy over here is parked, or maybe flowers. As you can see, the road is like a few miles straight, and we are going to pass over these low mountains, I believe. I will also stop at some point and take a look if I can find an interesting place. So I had to stop. Suddenly I see a lot more of these black rocks spread out, and also you can see the small yellow flowers here in the sand. They are so tiny, beautiful. I mean, you can barely walk here without, stepping on them, which is a shame. Look at this, all these black rocks just spread out. They almost look like metal. Look at that. Like almost dark chocolate, charcoal-ish color, right? It's very, very interesting. Everywhere. I wonder how they got here in the first place. I mean, there is a pile of them, or it's like a mountain made of this material over here. Probably some prehistoric volcano or eruption from the Devil's Den, or something like that. I wonder if there is a lot of iron or it must be some metal in here if you grind them down. Yeah, it's solid rock. The cactus is almost blooming. Look at that. It's going to be some really nice purple flowers, I guess. Oh my God, look at that. Needles, thousands of them. All right, that's kind of cool. So I think I will drive over there and check that out. That looks interesting. So let me head down to the car and go forward maybe half a mile or a mile. Here's another little wash. It would be fun to be here when it's raining like crazy, you know, and see all the water. It's probably just pouring over the street. You can kind of look up here. The water is probably coming from here and just going down here. And then as soon as it stops raining, like 10 minutes later, it's just gone. So these plants, they must have the ability, I think, to suck up water quickly, because it could be a long time until they see rain again. So I'm just on the other side of this volcanic rock formation, and it's actually, if you look over here, you can kind of see the whole area here is like higher than the other ground here, and it's all this dark rock material, and it goes for a very long distance up in that direction. So it must be, you know, from millions of years ago, I guess. And there is actually an area up here that is even higher above the ground, so I will go up there and see if I can find something. So let me go down again here. So we are coming up now to a super big pile of this black rock. It looks like a ginormous pile of charcoal. Wow, that's pretty big. And hopefully there is like a place where I can stop here. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is actually, if you have a four-wheel drive, you can probably go in here and park right next to it. But if you don't have four-wheel drive, you're stuck. That is not going to work. And it's just sticking up in the middle of this flat area. I will do a sweep here so you can see how it looks like. Okay, so I climbed up here, and pretty cool. Look at that. It's like ginormous pieces of charcoal, but it's actually rock. And I'm 30-40 feet up. This is higher than 50, I'm sure. And you can see the rest of Mojave down here. It's kind of flat. And depending on how the sun is shining on these, sometimes they look brown and sometimes they look really blackish. Like these, they look kind of black, while over here is more like rusty brown. And it sounds like glass, you know, volcanic glass. So I walked in a little bit deeper to get the feeling for the area. Wow, yeah. I wonder how big the area is, but it's huge. I mean, you can probably walk around for days and just explore. You see more grass. I mean, once you're up here, it gets a little bit flatter because you kind of reached the top, I guess. And as you can see up here, it's a different structure. It's It's more flat, more grass, some bushes. While down here it's just this rock, and it's so cool, you know, the flat desert and suddenly this. That's interesting. All right, I think it's time to leave. But it's a place I can recommend. I mean, it's cool. To pass here without going here is kind of silly, right? Because it's such an interesting place, so close to the road. It's basically half a mile, I think. You just walk through the sand, and then you can experience something completely different. And I like that. It's kind of cool. All right, I will definitely break my leg here. So look at that. I don't know. I have to stop recording because I'm not ready to die yet. Oh man, I think I came up here. Okay, I have to go there finally, and I will just take a last peek 100 yards from here and then turn back. It's not like you're going here every day, so I need to take every, you know, opportunity. Okay. It would have been really interesting to see how this actually happened. I mean, if it's just a slow process, it's probably like, you know, there is an opening and this is just pouring out. Oh, I thought this was the end, but it's not. It's actually continuing over there. Ooh. All right, time to go back. So I can tell, again, water everywhere when it's raining, and as soon as it stops raining, no more. Because you see traces of it. The whole ground here has been full of these pouring water, which makes it easy to walk.